if they throw a lifesteal in the middle lane, he's going to get dumped on. Which is so many in lane as well. So they don't have many other options than just being really, really aggressive with their supports. They're going to have to buy one smoke, if not two, in the beginning of the game, because that's how much pressure they're going to have to put on this Razor, and that should be very, very obvious to Invictus Gaming. They should be able to have those defensive wards up in place, and Razor just needs to be constantly thinking about it in the back of his mind. Hey, LGD's at any point in time, he could be... Ooh, wow, Pugna now being grabbed by IG.
The hero's great against OD. He's not that great against Lifestealer or Centaur. I mean, he's okay for Centaur because the Centaur is low mana pool, but other than that, it's just more so to counter OE, and then their 5-man right now is unbelievable from IG. LGD have no way to stop these pushes at all, except for Venge Wave of Terror. Right now, this is looking really bad for LGD. I'm having a feeling this might be a quick game from IG just from the pick standpoint. They need something to counteract this. I think a Windrunner would do the best here, or maybe... or that. Yeah, I was about to say, I was trying to think of that hero. Oh,
sure you were. Sure you were, bro. Sure you were.
Something.
Oh, they needed something, right? They needed something?
Yeah, well,
I agree. They did need a 5th hero, Rio. They did need a 5th hero in general.
It's like the old days in Dota 1. Everybody DCs all the time, so you have to... And then you couldn't reconnect.
3 versus 5 pros only.
Yeah.
Those lobby matches, yeah. Let's do it. So there's your full lineup coming out from LGD. So the Keeper of the Light pickup means that they're going to be able to have a little bit more turtle to deal with a lot of IG's push. Like, you got a lot of push coming out from IG. It's not super early, but it is going to be like that 15 to 25 minute presence that's constantly there, that's constantly taking more and more off the map away from you. With the like Huddle is not going to be the greatest to stop pushes, right? He stops creep pushes. He doesn't really stop the Pugna from just jumping forward and throwing down a couple blasts.
Yeah, and they can dive pretty easily with having the Sand King, and also Ferrari likes to play aggressive too. So if they hit an arrow, they can easily dive these towers, and well, they only have one thing to swap or really stop the black hole, and that's a Venge swap. So it's gonna be on him. You do have the Astrals plus the Centaur Stomp, but I don't think that's going to help you until you get the... well, OD shouldn't be caught in the black hole unless they have a Blink Dagger, or it's just like walked up.
Oh, Chuan! Yeah, he's going to get... Yeah, with the boots first that he grabbed, even using the Burrow Strike just to get himself that little bit of extra distance, but there's just no way. Not with the open wounds change being such a small level. Rabbit actually did level that at 1-up, so... They just go ahead, invade the jungle. They know they're going to need some get some good warding out to be able to block out some of these camps. That just means Enigma may have to consider going into the enemy jungle, but he's going to be dealing with what should be a defensive tri-lane here.
Yeah, Enigma should help YYF in the offlane. He's going offlane Pugna. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, you got it. You got to sit in that lane. Like you were talking about, go for the farm up the Ancients. Right? It's not the greatest in the world, especially if you get Dragons level 1, you're screwed, but I think that's really your only option to get YYF any sort of farm at all.
I don't know. They're gonna... Yeah, this Venge is gonna be doing a lot of work in this offlane. There's nothing else that they can do to stop Pugna. He's a good hero in the last pick. As long as he can get levels, this could work out for them. But Faith, 1, 2... Three camps are blocked out. He'll have this small camp to deal with, or to have, but...
It's the worst thing in the world. Going in as Enigma into your jungle, just finding like, oh, everything has been destroyed.
Well, this one didn't block the camp.
Yeah, it's the wrong tree. That I know that other tree blocks it, but apparently this one, the farther left, does not do that.
Either they want just vision or Yao top lane getting pretty low. So they're harassing nicely with Chuan and Z. Is that how you say his name?
No, that's Luo.
Luo, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's the matchup right there. OD just being chased out of lane entirely because of the Razor. So yeah, I honestly don't see how this is gonna go that well for them. At least DD will be able to like farm out the jungle some, but again, just because like Hug is so easy to force out. He's such a squishy hero that Venge, just the presence of Venge itself, just a single stun and a couple of right clicks is gonna take so much of his health away. So they definitely got to be real careful with that Pug. I'm surprised he's even picked up level 2 already though.
Well, since Enigma has he has 2 creep camps to work with, it's gonna be fine. And
yeah,
I think they're gonna be pulling ahead out in the EXP department, but in the offlane department, I think Tabo or Yao should be doing fine for himself. He should be doing better than the Pugna.
Yeah, there is honestly they did not expect this Enigma.
Double damage.
The farm up the hard camp. You take that away, and you're left with only the medium camp. Yeah, as soon as golems spawn, life gets real rough. Life gets really rough for the Enigma. But unfortunately, because that hard camp is still there, Faith is just content to be able to switch between these 2 camps. It's not that big of an issue.
Well, it's surprising that Ferrari doesn't have more last hits middle. Might have been, but he's still able to zone out the OD easily, so.
Yeah, he's just been chasing the OD so much that he probably missed a lot of last hits in the process. They are going to be going for this dive top eventually. The lane is going to be pushing out. You could see Luo is trying to push it in as much as possible. Chuan's going to come around the side. He's going to run out here, but still, if they get a good burrow strike into the arrow combo, they might be able to finish off this tanky Centaur. But it looks like Chuan doesn't want to risk it. Instead, he may be rotating into this middle lane, but that's still going to be difficult, especially since the Keeper of the Light has been spending a lot of time near this middle lane.
Well, you can also do the Astral when he's about to last hit a creep. That could also help be why he's missing on a lot of these denies, but YYF left to... He's going to have to play. I wonder if Rabbit's going to be going for a fast Midas or is he going to go phase here. I think he should just go aggressive. Just get phase booth. He doesn't... They're going to have the OD going up catch up Midas. But this Lin just...
This poor guy cannot get a break right now. Just constantly. Ferrari Razor, man. Push him out of lane as much as possible. YYF is going to try and sneak in a little bit of experience here. Smart decision, though. He runs to left. If he had tried to run back into lane, he would have been caught by the Vengeful Spirit, and that probably would have been your first blood. So he kind of keeps on trucking. I mean, honestly, level 3 is not that bad. He's keeping up with the supports. I think that's the best you can really hope for. Centaur's obviously a little bit farther ahead. That's not a big surprise, though, as he's able to play at least a little bit more aggressive in lane.
Well, I don't know. Jeremy Lin's performance in the playoffs were disappointing. You better not let me down, Lin. That's all I gotta say. As a Houstonian fan, a lot of people weren't happy. Gotta get back on your game, man.
way to go, Rio. Wait. That probably half of the listening audience doesn't actually get in any way.
What the heck? Oh, hell yeah, they do. You hear that chat always, damn. Jeremy Lin. Give me my Jeremy Lin. Not really, I don't know. I don't even keep track of chat anymore.
Sure you don't. You're a goddamn Twitch chat fiend. Don't lie
Dude,
to me.
I don't have a second monitor.
FaZe Boots has been picked up by the Life Stealer, and they're going to go ahead just start pushing out this lane. And thankfully, with the FaZe Boots, they're going to be able to still zone out this Bug Nut. So YYF won't be able to pick up the full amount of experience as they're doing their best to be able to force him out.
Man, this OD's had 7 CS for the last 3 minutes. That's just, I keep looking at this, and it's just mind-blowing.
And it's not his fault. Like, Lin, this is just the matchup. Like, it's not a fault of his at all. This is just the Razor versus OD matchup. You can't really do that well up against it. Just because the spam of that one. They're going to be able to take that tier 1 at bottom lane. Meanwhile, Chuan is sitting here waiting for his opportunity to be able to get a stun during one of these imprisonments, but he's not quite finding it.
Yeah, he's gonna go down.
Yeah, the arrow, as long as the arrow lands, there should be no reason. Arrow, Luo throws it out, does be able to land it, and yeah, will fall. That's gonna be your first blood. Nicely done. As Faith makes his first rotation in, and again, don't think they were really expecting. I mean, they do have some vision, a little bit of vision. Some of these areas, they might have been able to spy out the Enigma, but I don't think they really expected him to be such a high level. And it all comes back down to that failed ward.
I agree. That
Radiant's
ward
top
should have been
tower
planted
is under
better.
attack.
It might have gotten de-warded,
Radiant
but since they
structures
started
are
off with boots
fortified.
first on Sand King, and Enigma didn't start off with anything, he didn't have enough money, he just got sentries, and they would have had 0 sentries to counter ward any of these. So, yeah, I was gonna get picked off here again on
Radiant's
bottom,
top
I'm at
tower
top.
is under attack.
And
Stunned up, arrow, Malphus, everything being used there. Whoa, he's gonna pop his ultimate actually and will be able to get out. I thought they could have held him in for a little bit longer, but unfortunately they didn't have the Malphus.
I didn't realize he was level 6 too.
Yeah.
Also, starts from not level 2, 3, he's just level 2. So he's not gonna, even if he got the double starfall, it's not doing the extra 150 damage.
Poor Lin. Going back home. Going back home.
He has to go Midas. But if he goes on Midas, which he's gonna go, I mean, you're acceptable to this Pugna when this Pugna gets back. When he gets some levels, we'll say when YYF gets some levels, he's gonna have a hard time. Even a harder time.
Look at that. YYF knows exactly what just happened. I think they scouted out both wards that just went down. They saw Vision of the Vengeful Spirit making his way in, and it's fairly obvious, especially when it comes back out lacking a ward, what just happened. And this area is one of your most common warding spots, especially when it's so early in the laning phase here. So they should be able to counter out both of these wards. In fact, you can already see that mid ward going down. Faith has already counteracted that one. We'll see whether or not they go for the bottom one here or just give it some room.
Well,
Oh, the dive.
back.
They're going to get YYF here, slow him up with the open wounds. He does have to Decrepify, though, which means he's going to be fine. Even Moonlight Shadow being blown. Hand of Midas picked up by the Lifestealer, so we're going to have to see double Midases here. You're right, Lin does have a Gloves of Haste. They still have not attempted a rotation into this middle lane. Like, the Keeper of the Light has been there sometimes, but it's like a Keeper of the Light can't do anything.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's up to the Spirit to try and
Radiant's
run in
top
and get the
tower
ganks,
has
but
fallen.
at the same time, can you really kill the Razor with just a magic missile? Keeper of the Light might be able to get an Illuminate Blast off of the missile stun. It's still very, very questionable if you're going to be able to do any damage, enough to be able to finish off Ferrari.
Maybe if he was right when OD got level 6, they could have ganked him. I think you still have enough time. You have enough time to set up the Coddle Blast pretty easily. Once you have the level 3 imprisonment, you just blast immediately, and with the stun, follow up from Razor. It's an easy kill, but if they lead lane, then I think because the way he's been playing so aggressive in the jungle, they would have known that they were rotating mid. So it's a lot that goes to show that when you play with when you're playing against this lineup, YYF, he's just playing aggressive in the jungle, either scouting out where the Venge and Coddle are the whole time.
And he's still getting some levels off of this, especially since lane is pushing into this tier 2. Again, they're going to go for YYF, but he does have a Decrepify. The magic missile stun's going to be enough. He didn't Decrepify early. I think he wanted to bait that out a little bit more, but didn't really count on the magic missile coming in and being able to add in that extra bit of damage, in which case Decrepifying yourself is not really helping. You're just taking more damage from that nuke. Uh-oh. The ward. Oh, good imprisonment. Just in time to be able to save the counter ward and kill both the wards coming out from IG. Ferrari still going to chase Lin away, though, steal some of that damage.
I was about to say, this is where the OD does fine. He should be doing fine, because eventually, Ferrari, the next Astro, he's not going to have any mana. So he's not going to be able to do his static link. But he's still getting his mana back.
Yeah, you're still so far ahead in the lane. Like 23 and 10 right now on the OD compared to the 43 and 25 on Ferrari, man. Penis doing good work on the denies, making sure that he limits as much experience away from that as possible.
Well, yeah, he's magical. But I mean, this lane matchup it's not that magical, so
Yeah, it's just the nature.
it's just, yeah.
Oh,
Give him what you got.
coming in, gonna be able to deal more of that damage. Alpha is gonna go out. Lin toast here. He imprisons himself. The top here is still gonna go down. Sandstorm will finish him off. Ferrari there gets off the last bit of plasma field damage, I guess, to take the kill. Moonlight Shadow goes down. Just make sure they don't lose anybody. And the counter gang coming out from LGD. So good rotation by them. Pays off beautifully. I think LGD had the right idea running into this middle lane. They probably knew there would be a gank happening on the OD sometime soon, but Their heroes just feel too ineffective, right? The keeper of the what can you really do in that scenario? You can't save the OD. You can't actually focus down one hero well enough. You just throw down a blast and hope that's going to be good enough. Centaur, he can't do anything until he has a blink dagger. So he's got nothing more to do but
Centaur, he was coming in, but he had 2 seconds left on his ulti right as OD was going down. If they had gotten that ulti off, I think Ferrari would have went down.
Under attack.
Because they did have the Venge there with level 6, and he could have swapped and stunned. But he had stun there. I'm not exactly sure. Did he stun? No, it was just a Coddle Blast. So if they had gotten the ulti off, they could have either swapped Ferrari, and they could have killed him. But since it was just a little
Dire's bottom tower
seconds before they got it off, they just got the kill on the OD, and well, it sets them back even further. And yeah, arrow fishing.
Yeah, he hit one earlier, and yeah, lost half of his health in the process. Another arrow hits him like that, and he going down. Well, that's the last thing you want to see is your Centaur getting killed 1v1 up against the Ryan. This is supposed to be your time where you get actually a little bit of farm, but you take one arrow to the face, and all of a sudden play pretty passive. IG, they are going to be grouping up, smoked, and go into the enemy jungle. See if he can get some good aggressive vision to be able to counter out some of these heroes. And just kind of hoping to be able to bait YYF. Like, he's pushing in aggressively into this tier 1. He's got the maxed out blast. Normally, you would be seeing rotations to try and stop him. But instead, they head to the top lane and don't even get low, not even close.
Yeah, they'll get this tower too, and they'll put a lot of aggression into the enemy jungle. Bad thing is LGD, they don't have a strong pushing lineup. They might have Vengeanceur, but they shouldn't be getting this tower top. And if they get this tower top, then they're trading their tier 2 bottom.
Right.
So this is always going to favor IG right here. And Lin about to pick up his Midas, or he's going to get picked off. One or the other. Yeah, he should be fine. But Sand King, Chuan, getting that blink dagger up nice and fast. So nice with this aggressive ward down.
Yeah, this is a great ward for them to be able to dive Lin even further. Just completely shut him out. They're not too worried about a lifestealer. So, I mean, they've got Decrepify, they've got some smaller things. Like, they've got a good amount of mobility between the Mirana as well as the Razor. They're going to go on. Actually, Swap goes out. Coddle will be able to run away from the arrow here. BDC still taking a good amount of damage here, but they successfully dodged the gank there. I believe they also spied out the ward. Razor. Trouble here. Another step up from one. They're going to be able to finish off DC, and Rav can't even go on Ferrari here. He's so tanky. I can't believe he even tried to go for that one. He's got a Bracer as well as a mech, and it's a Razor. He's a naturally tanky hero, thanks to the high amount of levels of unstable current.
We'll see Blast coming through from both teams, but it's going to be favoring the Pug now. Arrow nearly dodging it from Lin. Nice jukes there, but it's not going to be effective. They've lost all their tier 1 towers now. Roshan opens up now, and well, LGD, they're gonna have to be making something happen. But what can they make happen once this OD is shut down? It's too hard. They just have to kind of sit back and still farm.
Yeah, it's not like they have, if they had another support, maybe they could run around a little bit more with the 2 supports putting pressure, but the Keeper of the Light, I just didn't feel very confident about it, and that's exactly why. It's not active enough for my mind, so when your lane does inevitably go south in that mid, you can't do anything to stop it. Centaur at least finally has his Blink Dagger, but we're well outside the laning phase. Hopefully they're going to be able to still do some work. I think Lifestealer has to join him. Like, as soon as he finishes off his armlet, he's got to go with the Centaur. They just got to roam around and get some kills. Because otherwise, you're going to just see Lin die over and over again.
They need to create a lot of space for this OD, like you're saying. And the only way to do that is for these Lifestealer infest bombs, because, I mean, what else is there to do? Venge is kind of like forced to stay here and guard Lin, because if he starts dying, get picked off, then once he gets behind, he's just going to be a useless hero.
Right now, he's just committed himself to full-time jungling. He's picked up an extra 1,000 gold ever since his minus. We do have a rotation to this top lane, Keeper of the Light. DD, Keeper. You got to get out of here. No, don't turn around and blast. Oh, God. Chuan, he's sitting there inside, waiting for it. There goes the blink, stun, easy kill. And that will probably be a tier 2 as well. Without the Keeper of the Light to be able to push back this incoming IG squad, I don't think there's anything that's going to save this tier 2 tower. Like, maybe the initiation from Centaur, maybe they can make a like a 3 versus 5
Dire's
is
middle
basically what it
tower
is.
under attack.
Like
They have to
OD
get
isn't going to
Ferrari
do anything.
and the song, because if Ferrari gets his mech off, then even if they try to burst down the Enigma, he won't get bursted down. He's got too much lifesteal. So as long as they don't get caught off, they're gonna probably go down.
Radiant's
And then
bottom
Nether Ward
tower is
still
under
only
attack.
level 2, so it's not gonna be doing as much work. But you can see the way that Chuan's positioning himself aggressively here. So they need to be watching out for him too. Maybe they need to do a blast over here just to scout him out. This is the perfect hiding spot for a Sand King.
Yeah, if he even wants to, he can try and get a little bit more aggressive here and position himself in this hiding spot. Centaur Ultimate's going to go out here. Epicenter being channeled by Chuan. They've already blown up the Enigma, but here comes the double stun coming out from Chuan. 2 heroes going to fall from that one. Lin trying to get himself away, and LGD just Rabs abandoning the sinking ship.
Radiant's top tower
Now this
has
tier 2
fallen.
tower is gone. They just got to get out of here. They've lost 2 heroes in exchange for Enigma. Sure, they blew him up real quickly, but now, oh, Chuan missing a stun there. Rabbit now gets off his rage, but again, he can't kill the Razor. He's too damn tanky. It's not even worth the attempt there. Arrow, ooh, man, that was close. Rabbit barely able to dodge that one. But honestly, that could have gone much, much worse in my mind for LGD. Like, at least they got a kill, and they didn't lose anybody else after the initial initiation.
Yeah, Chuan was merciful. He was like, I just
Chuan was merciful.
I just guess right here. I want to push your lane out so you guys can farm it because you're so far behind right now. Just feeling a little bit of the generous guy today.
I guess so. Let's take a look at that now. With 10K almost on the Mirana already. Lilo's damn farm looks like he's going to be going for a Lincoln's, which will prevent some of the single target stuns coming out. You got the open wounds, obviously. But slow magic missile as well as the imprisonment. I'm still not real confident the Lincoln's was necessary in this game, but at the same time, everything else that's coming out, like for example, the Centaur blinking in trying to hoof stomp you, you should be able to leap away before that hits you. If you're just constantly have that in the back of your mind ready to leap out in a moment's notice, you shouldn't really get hit by that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Well,
attack.
it's been 18 minutes. We still haven't seen a black hole. We haven't seen an Insanity's Eclipse either, though. So, OD, he's going to be picking up the BKB here, while it's going to help him with these team fights. But, I mean, if Chuan still stuns him before he gets up the BKB, he's going to dead.
Blink away in time. Sandstorm, blink. Oh,
Radiant's bottom tower
that-
is under attack.
that was a close one. Good play by him. The Razor Illusion will also be able to spy out any further movement, and they're not even stopping Roshan. They're still committing to this one. Chuan can loop around from the back if they try and actually intercept Roshan. Chuan's going to be able to come in and possibly hit another epicenter. His epicenter's up in another 7 seconds. Centaur Ultimate goes out. They're going to be able to blow up this one Enigma. Again, now going on Ferrari. They need to kill him, but the mech goes out. Now they're in trouble. Arrow, EDC. From that poison, Chuan actually comes in from the side, hits the double burst strike, and now Yellow's in trouble. Good blast. That was beautiful coming up for the keeper.
Dire's top
And that
tower
means that the
has
Centaur will be able to get himself enough to say, no, why didn't you just run back? Centaur Yell gets caught by Chuan. They knew exactly where the Centaur was at. They actually had a ward in the jungle earlier. I think it might have just ticked out, but sure enough, it's not a big surprise. IG, they win the team fight and go right back to doing Roshan. It's why they were playing that so aggressively. They knew that there was very, very unlikely that team fight was going to go against them just because Ferrari's so damn farmed. And he's tanky enough, he'll always be able to get off the mech in team fights.
I think that was the best situation that could happen for OD, too. They got the tower top.
Dire's
OD
top
had
tower is
picked
under
up
attack.
1,600 gold within like 2 minutes there, and even though they're hard pressed to contest this Roshan anyway, so eventually it was going to go down unless they just team wiped them. But
Oh god, not again. Not again, DD. He gets stunned up again and trying to farm up the stack. Fortunately, this time around, he's got a little bit extra health and won't need the imprisonment to save him.
I mean, they had callbacks, and they need that in these team fights, and they need this BKB too. Otherwise, it's not going to be that easy. I mean, Faith's been picked up twice now in these team fights. They have to be doing that, and I thought they might be able to save him, but the double edge and stomp's just too much with the Nikes inside.
Yeah, it's entirely up to Chuan to be up that combo. They can't really do much else about it. Like, at the very least, I do like that LGD, I think they're making the right decisions here. Like, they're so far behind, but they are still making the right decisions in these team fights. Sure, they're losing it. There's a 1-for-2 exchange every single team fight, but focusing down Faith is probably your best bet here. You can't kill Ferrari in time, so he's always going to be able to get out that mech. So instead, you go for the other hero that you actually said. It's either Faith. You need to be able to stop both those guys. Well, they're just going to kill him every single time. Twan's going to find DD here. The arrow goes out from Luo. And a quick killing spree. For the Luos, now they're going to be able to take down another tier 2. And LGD, the only thing they could do off this is just push. There's no way you can defend this tower. So just farm up a little bit extra. You're not going to get nearly as much gold as the Invictus game. Well, but at least it's something.
Dire's middle tower is
Well,
under
now you
attack.
get the
Radiant's
infinite
bottom
life
tower
steal
has
coming, or
fallen.
life drain, whatever you want,
Dire's
from the
structures
Pugna
are
here,
fortified.
picking up that Agnums, and well, they're looking like they don't want to defend. And DDC, no, grabs gonna get the nice
Good
ball.
swap. DDC able to save his ally there. The attempt at his support, but because of the Lincolns on Luo, he just
You have learned
on throwing down those quickly. At least they wrapped though. Again, making the best out of a bad scenario. And just trading himself for his carry's life.
And the Vengeance Aura going on in the round. She's nothing too hard now.
That's right, forgot. But
It's all tactical.
tactical feed.
And the only situation where it's viable is suiciding revenge, but suicide.
Whoa, you're a fan of the Bloodstone suicide. You say the only situation. DD is definitely dead. That's what DD stands. IG find another pickoff. These aggressive wards coming out from them. They're just doing such a great job finding these pickoffs. Like you could see the desperation of them trying to stop some of this vision, but it's just not happening. The ward is already up here. It's how they spotted out the Coddle whenever he threw down a blast in this area or was charging it from here. That's how they spied him out. In LGD, they don't really realize that. They just figure it's a normal cliff
Radiant's
ward.
middle tower is under attack.
Both the KBs are done up on the heroes that need to have them. Enigma and on the so now the only thing I cancel that is these swap for the
And it's only one swap too, so it's just even less likely you'll be able to get off a quick swap in time.
It's gonna be hard. But these swaps have been amazing this game so far, and I don't think they're gonna stop either. He's gonna play good, but whether or not Chong can counter initiate is gonna be the key. If he just stuns up the Venge, he could just stun up the Venge and then cast it epicenter if he gets a good black hole, and then they're gonna be taking either the Enigma black hole or the sinking epicenter to the face of
Right.
either 2 to 3 heroes.
There's the other BKB now being flown out to Ferrari. He has a BKB, so he's pretty much invulnerable. Like he
So
was
is Otto.
already, there was little chance of them being able to kill him. Now with the BKB, he should never die in a team fight unless they make a big blunder.
Watch out, Luo. He's just, I didn't think he needed the BKB. He went in anyway.
Jump in, Rabbit. In serious trouble. Arrow's still going to be able to land. The swap goes out. Rabbit, no! The swap is going to be able to save him. DDC just ends up giving his own life for nothing.
He didn't target the omelet. Hey, the armlet, he might have... No, he didn't toggle it. He didn't toggle it at all. I thought he might have doubled... His HP didn't even go up at all. No buyback on him either because he bought before he died. That's gonna be the tower at least.
Yeah, I'm going to say probably Rax here because YYF, he's just going to be able to take down these towers so quickly. The Coddle Blast is nice, but in the end, we need these are so farmed up. They take the tier 3, and YYF just keeps laying down those blasts, so it's going to fall still another 20 seconds with a Life Stealer, and he can't go in without a Life Stealer. So I think this is going to be a Rax. Maybe they'll try for it, but I see nothing but failure if they do.
Well, they're missing a lot because of Blinding Light. Nice play from there, but they're gonna lose the range Rex. They need to go now. They need the Life Stealer inside the Centaur.
Yeah, they need to find a... They need to be able to chase down some of IG, but they're not going for it. They just give up the melee Rax and don't even try and go for a hero kill. Like, once Rabbit was up, I was thinking, you know, go for a pickoff.
That's suicide. Still have the Aegis on Ferrari. He does a lot and turn around, land. He's dead.
They back up, Moonlight Shadow. Again, Lid's completely caught out now. Centaur is going down. They're going to try and go on YYF here. He gratifies himself, which means he's going to be taking a huge amount of damage to it, but it's not nearly enough. Epicenter goes down. DDC will fall. Rabbit's trying to get himself away. GG is called. LGD, no, this is completely over. And it just all comes down to the draft. Like, there was nothing they could do about the... It was so bad. It's not like they can make better rotations. The support just wasn't there for them. And their natural lanes just were never going to be able to work out. Though the best situation they had was the fact that